Hi Capricorn, welcome to your June 2016 General Horoscope. I am shuffling cards. And so I'm going to be laying out these cards, but I wanted to also tell you about transits. It's very hard for me to do that at the same time, although I can walk and chew gum at the same time. I don't know why I can't do these two activities at the same time. Okay, I'll just put out the first line and then mention a few things. Ooh, that's nice. That's nice. Talk about great. I just picked that same card, even though I shuffled it. I picked in the same card in the same position for the middle card for Cancer. Your, or no, not Cancer, was it? No, Scorpio. Wow. Bookended by two amazing cards. This one never goes into the frame properly, so I think I've been doing it too far to the left. There we go. That's a lot better. Wow. All these, well, that's only the second major arcana, but still it's a nice card. Ooh. Yeah, this is really shaping up to be a good reading for you. Okay, here we go. Alrighty then. And so let me talk about those transits. So, as the month begins, we have the sun in Gemini, and so that's going to be your 6th house. So there's a concentration of energy this month in your 6th house of health and your workplace, your daily schedule, and the 12th house of the woo, you know, the karma, past lives, which is kind of karma, right? What else is the 12th house? The collective unconscious, the sea of souls, is how I put it. The 12th house deals with institutions like prisons and hospitals, and also it deals with buried psychological issues. So sometimes when you have a lot of 12th house activity, stuff can come up that you've repressed for many years or many months. The other thing that the 12th house deals with is like dreams and fantasy, things like that. So it's the inspiration from the divine. It's very good for creativity, especially with kind of like spiritually infused creativity. So it's wonderful for that. But let me just talk about the 12th house in terms of the ruler, because Neptune rules the 12th house. Pisces is the ruler of the 12th house, and that is its ruler. And so it has a Piscean kind of an energy to it. So you do have these long-term transits. I mean, you have Saturn in this house until the end of 2017. And Saturn is currently retrograding in your 12th house. And it will, I think, go direct at the beginning of August, like August 2nd or something. But, it, you know, of course, it's going to stay in that same sign and house. And Mars has been in your 12th house as well. But now it is in your 11th house because it's dipped back into Scorpio. And so in retrograde motion, in your 11th house, this may be a time when you guys kind of look back and think about the dreams that you've had. Maybe you want to revise some of them, but there's like this energy to accomplish them. And when Mars goes direct on the 29th of the month, it will be stationing in Scorpio, and so it will be spending a little bit of time in the 11th house. And this is a good time to pursue your dreams with a passion. And you will have the energy to do so. So, as well as the urge to do it. And your hopes and wishes can really go a long way when you exert influence over them by actually taking action. And this is something that you're very good at. You know, being a cardinal sign, you don't just run your mouth. If you really want to do something, you do it. And so anyway, let's see what else is happening. You have a new moon on the 4th in this health sector, the 6th house. So it's a great time to look at, you know, the different habits that you have and how they're contributing to your health, how they're not contributing. Maybe you can get a whole new routine in place. You're going to have Mercury going into that house on the 12th. And this is its natural house. So it is very good for diet. It is very good for looking at the different things, maybe even like researching things that you want to do, to eat, to practice. You know, the 6th house can also be about any kind of exercise routines that you do. It can be anything that enhances your health. And Mercury in this house gives you that mental drive to Mercury in this house really gives you that mental drive to find out the answers to some of the things that you have been wondering about, to make your health, you know, on point as much as it can be, as well as dealing with issues surrounding your workplace. Maybe you're going to be engaging in some kind of conversation with your boss about what kind of work you're going to be doing or where you're going to be doing it. So along with that Saturn influence in the 12th house, we also have a full moon in your 12th house that is happening on the summer solstice on June 20th. And this is at 29 degrees of Sagittarius. So you may have some kind of revelation about something that you had forgotten about for many years, and it may be a very healing experience. Maybe you'll have a dream that is very prophetic and moves you very, very much on a spiritual level. But, you know, this is the second full moon in this house for you. So that may be very significant in terms of your spiritual life, Capricorn. And definitely, I think this is important to note because, you know, you guys are very pragmatic. You're an earth sign. Yes, like any other sign, Capricorns can get involved in spiritual disciplines. They can, you know, do yoga. They can meditate. And it's not to say that you never do anything like that. Of course you do. But you always retain, I'm sure most of you, a bit of skepticism about just embracing things, which is probably very healthy, to be honest. But sometimes when Capricorns are imbalanced, they can be downright skeptical. And you may have an experience that kind of blows your socks off and makes you a believer. So let's see what transpires along those lines. So let me go to the cards now. For the overall energy, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So that's really wonderful. That's, you know, a Jupiterian energy, which means that it's lucky energy. In terms of the wheel is constantly spinning, and sometimes we are in an up cycle and sometimes we're more of a down cycle. You're on an up cycle. And as a matter of fact, this kind of is confirmed by the Five of Pentacles. Some of you, it might literally be your bank account. Your bank account was pretty sparse and now it's really rocking and rolling. And that's, you know, that's how you like it. You like it to flow that way. For other people, it might be more of a psychological thing. Maybe you were being too pessimistic, and you know, the Five of Pentacles can be poverty consciousness or lack consciousness, and maybe has nothing to do with your finances whatsoever. Maybe you are financially secure, but you had a real pessimism regarding relationships. And maybe the Wheel of Fortune means that you will come in contact with somebody that is, I was going to say marriage material, but I suppose it can be any kind of material that is for a long-term relationship. The Wheel of Fortune, because it connects to Jupiter, could be talking about a Sagittarius individual. However, I can also see perhaps it could be somebody who's a Virgo, which is a sister earth sign to you, because Jupiter is in Virgo currently. So maybe it's a roundabout way of symbolizing that. But there's a reason to really feel good about yourself right now in June. And then we have the Ten of Cups. Now, I should have said, you know, the sun goes into Cancer on the summer solstice, and that is your 7th house. So the one thing I wanted to say, because I don't know if I really emphasized this, Mercury goes into your 7th house on the 29th. It could be that you speak to someone who, maybe this is somebody who you were involved with at a deep level at one time. Maybe it's an ex. Maybe you will speak to that person, or maybe you will speak of committing with a partner. This is definitely like that. This Ten of Cups can indicate that you're celebrating some kind of romantic or, you know, emotional milestone, or just experience. So it can be family related. Whoa, sorry about that. But it can also be love related, and, you know, can be a marital situation. Some of you maybe are going to get engaged or something. It's a very positive card, the Ten of Cups. It's just speaking of joy on the emotional level of fulfillment at the highest level. The energy that is probably somewhere influencing matters on some level is the King of Wands. So this can be, if this is a business situation, it could be your boss. Maybe you have a boss that doesn't tell you that he likes your work, but he really does. And maybe you recently got a promotion and you aren't really sure why, but it's really because your boss thinks very highly of you. Sometimes people hide their true feelings. This could be somebody who's around you. If you're not in a committed relationship, or maybe even if you are, there may be somebody who's a fire sign who has a crush on you, somebody who's an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. You may be friendly with this person. It may be a coworker. It may be in your private life, but somebody may kind of be a little bit sweet on you. And again, because this is a positive reading, I'm not going to talk about any secret enemies that are King of Wands. It could be if you have a father who has passed on. It could be, especially if he is a fire sign, or if he was a fire sign, or had it prominent in his chart. It could be indicating that your father is helping you in your life. Maybe your father helped you to see a new cycle. That's a positive one. The energy that is really, in your face, or something that is overt, not covert, is the World card. And this is a card of, it really is of a chapter closing, but it's a victory. It is, you passed the test. And somebody joked with me and said, well, I guess I passed the test because, they thought that was funny for some reason. But, if you subscribe to that theory that we are being tested in some of our experiences, then you can look at it as you've passed the test, because it's in the upright position. It's really something positive. If you have had something to endure, it's right below this card of, really going through hard times. If that's something that you feel like you have transcended, then you should give yourself a pat on the back. But it is a card of transition. It's a card of winning and of success. And then the advice is the Three of Pentacles. So this is really about building on this success. Threes are cards of abundance. And so in this particular scenario, let's say you have your own business that you started, and it started out very slowly, and you're starting to see yourself get clients. Don't give up. Don't say, oh, well, it's not, progressing fast enough. Don't give up, because there may be, or there is going to be, even better times ahead. This is the card of the architect, and so this is the card of building. And you want to build. Pentacles relate to earth, so even like in personal relationships, if you were with an earth sign individual who was problematic, and maybe you're with a Sagittarius, or maybe it was a certain earth sign or person with earth signature, and now you're with a Virgo person, let's say, that relationship has potential, and so you need to invest more energy into it, because it's going to pay off handsomely for you. The outcome is the Ace of Swords. So this is the beginning point, and this is a whole new way of looking at things. You're going to really have a very clear focus, know exactly what you want, and this will help you to achieve your goals. You're not going to be distracted by any drama, or you're not going to allow other people's manipulations. Let's say you were in a personal relationship where the other person was constantly lying to you, and it actually got to the point where you started doubting yourself. You're not going to be in that place anymore. You're going to have the wherewithal to see things exactly as they are. And so if you are still embroiled in a relationship, I feel like you're going to be very clear-headed and detached enough to be able to sever that relationship if it's no longer serving your highest good. So I just think you have a lot of wonderful cards and energy for the month of June, Capricorn. If you'd like a personal reading, please click on the link below. Otherwise, I wish you all the best in June. Bye.